Thank you for joining me for another video. I've been asked recently, how is the best way to go about using this tool? So I just want to briefly walk through what this tool has to offer inside our client portal. Is here you can have the home landing page that kind of gives some description of what each tab here on the left means. You'll be able to find some announcements as they come available from myself and our other senior leadership. Here we have social media, which has direct links to our YouTube page, our Reddit, our Twitter, and our LinkedIn page for additional information. This is our today's activity that briefly shows what has the top gainers today, what was the top losers, and what are the most actively traded stocks. Moving right along, we see our big tech stats. Now, some of these abbreviations, you may not be aware what they mean. Therefore, we wrote a list of different items to show how to interact with the table and what each column means as abbreviation and how to kind of use it. For instance, one thing I like to do in here is I come to the big tech stats. I hit the upside and downside potential. Now this number is based on the average analyst price target and how much upside we have. So let's take a look at Broadcom, for instance. Broadcom is saying that the price target is 458.59. The current close price is 320, and I have an average upside potential of 43%. And I have a peg ratio under 1. So to me, if I want to go look and see if Broadcom has a real chance of doing better, I just click Broadcom, and it quickly takes me to my key metrics. I can come in here, look at some different information such as the PE and the forward PE ratios. I can see how they perform quarter over quarter, year over year, return on equity, and I get my price target and what the average analyst buy is. I can look through different information to see how the quarters have been performing. Here I'm seeing that revenue and EPS keeps on going up. And here I am looking at total revenue changes, EPS changes, and our total revenue numbers keep going up and to the right, which is a great sign. The other thing I may want to do is I may want to know if I could look at the semiconductors and compare a couple different names against each other. So I could compare Nvidia, Broadcom, AMD, Lam Research, ARM, and Taiwan Semi against each other. Simply all I have to do is just enter a name here and click add symbol. Then what I can do is I can go to our side-by-side comparison tool. In here, since I have over 5 different tools, I want to figure out who is the best in this space right now. Let's go ahead and compare. I get a nice little breakout of different information that shows, again, the upside potential, the price targets, the year-to-date information, closes, profit margins, operating margins, quarterly earnings growth, quarterly revenue growth. But I also get a comparison of each ticker against each other. So as I can see here, revenue, Nvidia has been crushing it compared to the competitors. If I wanted to look at profit margins, Nvidia still has the largest profit margin. If I wanted to look at EBITDA comparisons, Nvidia still has the largest EBITDA. Net income, still Nvidia. And I can go down this list of different financial metrics from the income statement as well as balance sheet metrics and review who has the total most amount of debt, who has the best cash to debt ratios, cash and cash equivalents, debt to equity ratios. There's a plethora of information here just on the balance sheet. Then I can look at capital allocations and see who's buying back shares and who's paying out dividends. Then I have different cash flow metrics specific to look at operating cash flow and operating cash flow to debt ratios. I hope this is informative of how to use some of the tools inside our app. One additional point I will make here is I can click on Broadcom and I can go to a simple or advanced EPS calculator, and I can chart what I think will be the average increase in EPS quarter over quarter. So just for fun, if they only grow at a 5% EPS quarter over quarter, I'm showing that they're going to end up about $550 a share. Now, if I say they have a positive quarter, but then they have one negative quarter, and they slow down their growth, we could still end up at $480 a share. Now, if I go back and I look at the company overview page, I can see that the price target that the analysts have is about $460. And if you're unaware of what Broadcom does, or any company in here, simply just click on the company description. A full description will be laid out here, as well as a link to their website.